India by ruining their relations with America, and by thinking that by not allowing an economic agreement which threatens the sovereignty of the people within Pakistan, will threaten foreign relations with China. We believe that there are a lot of that they need to clear things out, right? Okay. So moving on, their entire positive case comprised of the economic prospects that would come along with CPEC, right? So first of all, they talked about infrastructure, right? They talked about how it is the duty of the government to develop infrastructure within Pakistan, right? But we believe, ladies and gentlemen, that is the duty of the government. It is our responsibility to develop foreign relations, to get into trade blocks and to develop our country economically, right? But ladies and gentlemen, when your own people are against this, when the will of the people is not into this, and when they are being threatened by CPEC being implemented, and because of the dangers that are associated with the implementation of this project, we believe that at this time it is the duty of the government to support their people and to not go against their whims. Something that I'm going to be talking about in a positive case, but because of the issues that would come alongside regarding the suppression of the resentment that would occur, which might come out in more hostile forms, something that needs to be worked on, especially in the case of Balochistan, because of the issues that exist between the tribal leaders and the government over there, right? We believe that by implementing this, it's going to cause further tensions. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, they talked about power generation, right? They talked about how China, coming over here and building power projects helps in power generation of our country, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we agree that power generation is extremely important, right, in today's world, since we need electricity for almost everything. But when Chinese companies took over K-Electric in Pakistan, and we see there's a bit of an instability in the shifting of control that exists, we believe that this kind of instability is actually a threat to the implementation that might occur, right? Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, they thought that there is no other avenue except for the Gwadar seaport, right? Thank you. There is no other avenue except for the Gwadar, for the internal landlocked countries that exist within Asia, except for the Gwadar seaport, right? But they don't understand about the Singapore port that has been developed, about the other ports that exist along the line of the Indian Ocean, especially our neighbor India, right? So we believe that part of theirs is factually incorrect, right? Thirdly, we believe that, ladies and gentlemen, we agree to the fact that the Gwadar port needs to be developed, right? We believe that there is potential that needs to be tapped in. But by not having a foreign power have control over that port, that is our country's biggest asset, right? And not have China use that port simply for reducing the distance of oil, for reducing the distance of their oil trade, but more for our own benefits as well, right? Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, they talked about foreign relations with US, right? They talked about how we have been dependent on the US for ages now, and this sends a message to them to show them our independence, right? We believe, ladies and gentlemen, that our relations with US have been built on a mutual relation of trust and confidence, with us been built on a mutual relation of trust and confidence, and this kind of action and this kind of hostile message to be sent to them actually has a negative impact on the relations.
On that point, madam.
Over here, right? So, secondly, they talked about how China encouraging about how China's desire to bring in roads via Kashmir actually helps resolve Pakistan-India issues in regard to Kashmir, right? But we believe, ladies and gentlemen, this increases hostility, in fact, because it sends a negative message to India, right? It actually shows a very hostile action on part of Pakistan, because it shows that we cannot, because this is not a tabletop, right? It's a hostile action that we're taking, and this may believe India to react in a similar manner, right? No, thank you. Moving on to my positive case. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the economic implications that would happen, right? Secondly, I'll talk to you about the social ones, and Sarah's going to come up here and talk to you about the mistrust that exists within our own country that will not allow this project to go forward, right? also brings in a control with them, right? This control that is supposed to be in the hands of our companies or in the hands of our government shifts to a foreign control and gives them.
On that point, ma'am.
Yes.
Miss, we have had so many government-controlled organizations which have failed. Why do you think we desert all of these organizations now?
Right. So, as I mentioned before,